Cuppy.
What's up?
She was talking to me a while ago, and talking sounds like mixing. Even when she talks, it sounds like she's mixing.
We can't do it.
She said, we can't do it. Sounds like
you guys are making me sound like a rapper.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. This morning, what is going up?
Okay, the last time you were here, we listened to what you did with Nato C and the Banjos, Tony Montana.
Can you imagine that was a year
last time you were here, what you did with Limpopo, Baby Tornado, Tiwa Savage's Wanted. You did a fantastic job with all those songs.
Thank you.
Now you've done something again.
House of Cuppy 2, Part 2.
Okay, tell us about that.
I mean, it's so exciting. So obviously, Manny, you're talking about House of Cuppy 1, which was a compilation remix. You know, a lot of people think this is an album. It's not. It's just a way of me sort of expressing myself based on the fact that I've, despite being born here and living here for a while, I've also lived in London, and I now live in New York. So I try and, I'm like a sponge. I try and bring all those influences together. Yeah. So, I'm very different in that sense. And I have to say, it definitely does have its challenges. There's a lot of, I feel like I have to work twice as hard to prove half as much. And, we're in a very, not only sexist, but slightly ageist society as well.
Yeah, tell me about it. You're young, you're a woman.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite help so much.
Yeah, and then outside of Nigeria, being in New York and also living in London, again, being African as well can have its challenges. So it's like I'm fighting quite a few
Everywhere
odds.
you go, they're out against you, but you're doing a great job.
Thank
and there's
you.
more music from you.
More House of Cuppy on its way. Because you really get to hear sort of things in the songs that you never really hear. And what I like to do as well is bring out different elements. So I'm back again with House of Cuppy 2. This time we have a whole new set of artists. What?
We got money in there somewhere. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yes. I mean, it's really exciting. So I've got a great lineup, and I'm excited that I've got as always, supporting females. I have 2 females on there, which was always very important for me. So this year we have Shay, and we also have Yemi Alade, which is good. And then the other acts we have Olamide, we have P Square, and we also have South African rapper AKA. So it's a whole different lineup, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear it.
In your opinion as a DJ, what would you say, or who would you say has done a fantastic job vocally, female wise? I mean, you work with them, you've been working with them. Who would you say?
Well, that's really hard to answer after we had New York perform.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, it's really interesting. I think that also we have to consider style. I think a lot of you can put vocals on records that sometimes just don't work, and it doesn't mean that they don't have the right vocals. It's a matter of the way they are able to merge with the music. Some people are better off with more instruments and more production, and some people are beautiful with just acoustic. So it depends.
Is it easy for you though, getting all these vocals from these people? Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. For me, it's a passion project, and House of Cuppy is free. It's definitely a promotional thing, and it's sort of about just spreading out good music. So, for me, it's very important that artists are also passion driven, and some artists are, some artists aren't. But luckily, I've been able to find artists that are very as excited as I am about this, and they've been nothing but supportive along the way.
But first of all, Cuppy, I have to say a big congratulations, because you've had a really, really good year. I mean, last year you DJ'd at the Mamas, and it kind of set off this precedent. You've just done amazingly well in the last year. No, I have to say, started off your masters in New York. By the way, how's that going?
Doing my masters is exciting. I mean, living in New York it was a big change, and in the middle of all these things going on, I've had to move to New York. So yeah, it's different. I mean, New York is a crazy city. It's definitely, I guess, as a DJ, getting a lot of inspiration, and when you think about the people that really started, the sort of the granddaddies of DJing, there's a lot of amazing DJs out in the States.
High five. Now, you played at Diane von Fusselberg's, one of her balls. Like, how was that? What was that? I mean, she is a legend.
Well, can I say,
did you wear DVF to play?
Well, in the middle of my set at the DVF Awards, Hillary Clinton walks in.
Oh, you're joking.
And I'm like, oh gosh,
no way.
Yes, this was about a month ago in New York, and it was in the UN. That was fantastic.
I was so
but it was so cool, sort of, and I got to play. I played a little bit of Afrobeats as well.
No, I figured you would. When I saw that, I was like, I trust Cuppy, she's going to do well. Now, House of Cuppy #1 did very well. The reception was amazing. You proved that you're an incredibly talented producer. You've improved as a DJ. The first time I heard you DJ, I wasn't incredibly impressed. But I'm so happy. No, I like to be very very honest. But what I've seen is you've progressed so much. You're doing
thank you.
so much better. No, it's true. It's good to see that you progress. Now,
We
House of
try.
Cuppy 2. What did you learn from House of Cuppy 1 that you feel like really helped you do number 2?
Oh,
What's
I
different?
definitely learned to not sort of, I'm quite an overthinker, and I'm definitely even, when you're building a brand and when you're involved in sort of an industry that's so complex, you tend to sort of forget about what matters, which is the music,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I decided with this project I was going to sort of, for at least for a little bit, I'm caring about all the other things going on and just sit down in the studio, turn my phone off, not sit down on Twitter or Instagram, and just really mattered. And last year I was almost planning the release, putting more effort into the not as much effort into the release party as I was into the CD. So
Yes.
I have to
Yes.
say I've
Yes.
grown, and I think that's a matter of also just just growing up. When I did House of Cuppy, I literally was in the middle of my first degree, and I had finals. I have deadlines with masters. I'm still as busy, but I've learned to switch off a bit and sort of focus on music. And then another thing is living in New York, especially with the Olamide record. There's definitely some turn up hip hop in there. Which is good because I think I'm soaking in different cultures, and also New York has a massive reggae
Yes.
community. So
Yes, we know.
there's with the Shay Shay and Wizkid record, there's a bit of reggae.
A little bit. All
Nice.
right. Alright, bad man on there.
Blah, blah.
Alright.
We need to hear the music, guys. When we come
Not
back,
gonna laugh.
please
at
don't touch your
attempt.
radio. Let's hear what she's made of. It's exclusive on the morning show.
Then I want to hear Shay Shay. Because that's raga. She done dance. That's a dance.
This is exclusive.